Hey guys, Rickman here, and welcome back to Bleach Chapter 660 review, Visible Answers. Wait, what about me? Look, dude, next time, I promise you, we'll get questioning you on the next chapter, okay? I just kind of want to get this done, just because this one, actually there's nothing special about this one. I just don't really want to talk to you right now, just wait there for the next one. I'll be like 15 minutes, it doesn't really matter. Okay? Okay. Don't really care what you say. So, the chapter starts off showing like the giant explosion and having Chad and Orihime like running down, and they see like Ichigo and Uryu. Apparently what happened was Ichigo just kind of ran faster than them, just kind of like leaving them behind. And I guess that makes sense, he's faster than them and more used to the Reishi, the super Reishi. So now they're all together, and basically Hashwolf is saying like, oh hey look, Fate's handing you ways to prove yourself to us. So, here's what you need to do. Fight them in a 3-on-1 fight and kill all of them as proof. You know, Hashwolf, you're not, he says he knows how he's going to respond to this, but then again, if Uryu was going to try and prove himself, he'd lose this fight, since then again, it is 3-on-1. Granted, 2 of them, at least Orihime, well then again, she can't basically heal anything. And Chad, no, we don't really know how strong he is. He could have stopped training after Aizen. I'm pretty sure Uryu kept training. That's just kind of who he is. And then you have Ichigo, who is said to be back on the level that he was after he got out of Dangai training, but then again, we also don't know if that's in his Shikai or if he has to go into Bankai for that. Yeah. So, Uryu shoots an arrow, Ichigo easily dodges it, he jumps, slashes at him. Just kind of says, like, why are you doing this, Ichigo? Ishida. Are you just going to fight us just because that guy says to? Uryu, I'm going to keep messing up calling him Ishida, even though that's not really a mistake, but he kind of knocks him back, pulls out an arrow, and right where Ichigo's landing, he pulls out the arrow and shoots it, where he's about to land. Causes an explosion. Chad kind of grabs him where he was running, and it all just sort of collapses, and they fall down somewhere, which I was confused by this because isn't it just kind of like a leg coming off the star, and then below that it's just like a rock, and boom, you're falling out of the world. Isn't that how that works? Are they in or are they still in part of the castle? Because he could have gotten blown off a wall of the castle into another section of the castle. That can make sense if that's how that is. Yeah. So basically what happened was, Orihime caught them in the Saiten Keshu thing, and Uryu comes down with them, I guess. I don't really know how he made it down there. And Ichigo just kind of starts questioning, why are you doing this? Why are you here with them? Why are you fighting with them? Why are you fighting us? And Uryu just kind of says, well, what will give you the answers actually tell you, how will this actually help? And, he's not wrong. And Ichigo just kind of says, well, if I understand, then I can beat some sense back into you. Uryu responds with, well, what if you don't understand? Well, then Ichigo just kind of says, being sense into you sounds pretty good right now. When he says, oh, so you're going to fight anyways, so what does it matter? And he kind of just flicks this little thing at him, and he says, it's kind of like a little star. I'll just put a picture up of it. He says it's called the Sun Gate, and with it, they can teleport in between. So it's a sun ship. Easy to mistake. It's just a little difference. The sun ships, you can teleport to the Sun Gate, and they've set up a bunch of Sun Gates into the world of the living, which makes sense why. Actually, I don't know how I was going to go with that. Whatever. They've essentially just have a bunch of Sun Gates set up, so then they can go to the world of the living to invade it. Because, darn people in the way. They're just going to slaughter them instantly. And Uryu says, you guys just go ahead, go through that, I'll stay here and take care of the war world by myself. And Ichigo kind of just says, dude, what are you talking about? All we have to do is defeat Yuha. And Uru just kind of responds with, "That's impossible. Yuha's too powerful. You can't beat him." And he kind of explains that, like, with, like, the Reishi, like, whatever, what's it called? The Sanrin Shuto, or, I don't even know how to pronounce that. With all the stuff he spread around, once he uses his spirit energy to activate it, they'll basically just destroy the water world. Oh, and Ichigo says, "Well, why do you have to take care of this by yourself?" And he just kind of says, Uru just kind of says, "Because only my spirit energy can activate it. I'm the only one who can do it." And he kind of just says, "You guys need to go before Hashwell thinks that anything's up," which isn't really smart on Uryu's part, just considering the fact that Hashwell has the Almighty, he can see into the future. So he comes out of the shadow and says, "Uryu, I already knew how you were going to respond. There's no point to all this, like, hiding around and stuff." And he's coming out of the shadow. It's a really cool picture. Like, half of his body's, like, covered in shadow, which kind of makes him look even more like Yuha, like the long black flowing hair and, like, the cape. It's a pretty cool picture. That's the end of the chapter. So basically, both ways I was right. I mean, there was only two options for how I was going to go, but I called them both. Ichigo and Uryu did fight each other. May not have been very long, but they did. In the next chapter, we're going to be getting Ichigo and Uryu and Chen, or Hime, I guess, versus Hashwell. That's how that's going to go. Yeah. That's really it. This chapter felt like it had more to it than the last one, but this is significantly shorter. Weird. Alright, well, that's the end of this review. And with this one, I've done 25 Bleach reviews. Man, 25. I'm one behind still at the time I'm recording this. So I've been doing Bleach reviews for 26 weeks. It's been a long time. I've had fun. I don't know why I just suddenly started like lamenting there, like, man, it's been such a good ride, guys. Yeah, that's the end of the chapter. They're gonna have that fight next time. But actually, I just thought of a way to lengthen this video. So, as of now, well, up to this point, Kubo was really doing a really good job of only having one fight go at a time. Which, I mean, is how I prefer fights to go, only having one at a time so we don't have to focus on multiple things. But as of now, we have Yoruichi and Yushiro, whatever his name is, versus Askin. And then we have Toshiro versus Gerald. And now we have this group versus Hashwell. The 3 fights going on right now. And there's still plenty of characters that need to fight, such as Urahara still has a Bankai to get released. Shuhei still has a Bankai to get released. Aizen, well then again, Aizen's going to fight those bird things with Izuru probably. And then we have the execution members. Remember them? Yeah, they came back before the second invasion for a panel, never to be seen again. Then we have Grimjow. Obviously he has new powers, he's stronger. Probably has a Segunda Etapa. And Nail, who's only had one fight in the whole series, one of my favorite characters, so she has to have another fight. Because, like, there'd be no point to bring her back to fight anyone. And there just aren't enough enemies for this many fights. That's really, like, the one problem, like, there aren't enough enemies. Well, this is the end of the video. Bye.